Well, the 116th Apple Cup is going to be feeling a lot different compared to years past. Of course, it's being played in an NFL stadium. It's an early September kickoff, and the Cougs and the Huskies are no longer conference opponents. But for a handful of Cougs on this current roster, like Javenski Schlenbaker, the running back for Washington State, he's from Bellingham, and he knows how much this game means. Well, basketball season is now officially here, and you'll hear the old coaching cliches all the time. Practice how you play. But for the Gonzaga Bulldogs, they have a distinct advantage in that category, especially when they host craziness in the kennel. And it's something that's not lost on the Bulldog players. It's a new season with new opportunities for the Spokane Chiefs. 84 players trying to make the team during camp, but it's the young, experienced talent that head coach Ryan Smith is excited about. Well, the first version of this new Apple Cup definitely did not disappoint. It came down to a dramatic finish, and there is still no love lost between the Washington State Cougars and the Washington Huskies. But now the Cougs cannot have a letdown as they head into the Mountain West and Pac-12 part of their schedule. Fall football camp can definitely be a grind. Months of hard work in hot conditions mixed with some hard-fought position battles, it makes for some nerves and a lot of anticipation. But today, head coach Jake Dickert, after practice, let his Cougs take off the pads and have some good old-fashioned fun.
Absolutely. You got to come out here and have fun. We got to be mature to the work. Tomorrow is going to be an absolute grind. But I love these guys in different competitive settings. You know, we started off camp playing a little volleyball. You know, you got to make sure we're still out here to have fun. But it's all about sharing and getting to know each other. And I think those fun moments, cheering on your teammates and something as silly as a little jousting deal just builds a lot of camaraderie. And I do believe that does win games.
You know, a lot of times it's just football. So when we get to do stuff like that, it really just allows us to relax and just kind of take a step back, because fall camp is a grind. Like, the days mesh. Sometimes you wake up, you're like, wait, is it Thursday, is it Friday? And it's like, when we get to do stuff like that, it just reminds us, like, you know, you just have fun. We can lay back a little bit. But, you know, at the end of the day, we all know what the main goal is, what the main mission is.
So it's the first of many battles here on Giesa Field this summer, as the Cougs will look to keep that gladiator mentality heading into the fall with their home opener less than a month away. In Pullman, I'm Noah Schmick, SWX. Well, there's really no other way to put it. The Gonzaga Bulldogs ran into a buzzsaw in their Sweet 16 matchup against the Texas Longhorns. It's a tough loss to swallow for sure, but this is a Zag team that's happy knowing just how much they were able to accomplish throughout this season.
It honestly, it stings, but it's not as what I thought it would be. It's just, I'm just so proud of our team and like what we did and what we accomplished. We did things that Gonzaga's never done before. And yeah, like I'm sad, but I'm also just so in awe of what God did when he brought me here and what he's done for this team. And it's just really special moment.
Everyone is smiling already because we were the underdogs. We never expected to win, and of course we thought we could get here, but celebrating each other and our success in this season, like, there's not much to be sad about, and I don't want that to be the focus.
I wouldn't trade this team for anything. Like, this is probably one of the most connected teams I've been on, and so just reminiscing about it is really nice.
So the Zag season, it comes to a close here in Portland, but this team will be remembered for a lot of things, including the most wins in program history and getting back to the Sweet 16. In the Moda Center, I'm Noah Schmick, SWX. Well, to start the season, the Washington State Cougar men were picked to finish 10th in the Pac-12 preseason media polls. In fairness, it was a ragtag team with only one returning player, but it's their underdog story of how they were able to come together to accomplish the unthinkable.
These guys are my brothers, man. I mean, we've been through a lot in these past couple months, man. Just like from everything, from me coming back from my chemotherapy, for them, like, they supported me since day one. You know, for us in the summertime, working on the fundamentals, you know, layups and, you know, just trying to build team chemistry. And we got all the way to the, you know, round of 32, something that, you know, this, like I said, the state and the school hasn't seen in a long time. But I love these brothers. I mean, I love them to death. They're gonna be in my life forever. And, you know, I'm just upset that we couldn't get it done tonight.
But the future is bright, and you certainly can't forget about the handful of transfers who found a place to shine in the wheat fields.
To me, everything. They're like a family. I don't think I ever had a team like this before. I mean, most unselfish guys. It's just like it's hard to even put in words how much these guys mean to me. This family.
And two seniors who will be able to call the Palouse home for the rest of their lives.
This team is special. It just I'm gonna have friends for life for sure. This team is It's the best group I've been around.
This is one of the best teams I've ever played for. So much talent on this team, and just how everybody's a good person. You know, we all gel well together, and I don't know, I love these dudes to death, and wouldn't trade this experience for anything.
Welcome out to Latah Creek Golf Course, another edition of our Beat the Pro segment. I'm here with the director of golf, Steve Nelke, also known as my former boss, Steve. Steve, we're here at the hole 3 par 4. What are some of the challenges? What are some of the fun things that we get to play on this hole?
Well, if you take a look at this hole here, it's pretty much everything in nature. It's beautiful green turf, you've got trees, you've got water, and a challenging stream that goes across the middle. And it's a relatively short par 4, but it's quite a bit of a challenge just because you're trying to get it across the stream and into play.
Well, Steve, I think that's enough talking. Let's get to it. See if I can beat you, huh?
You probably will. Beautiful. That's textbook. That's exactly how you'd want it.
After one of my best drives to start the summer, Steve made sure to humble me very quickly. His tee shot lands about 60 yards from the green, while my approach shot
Go just a little bit. Go just a little bit.
Looked more like a layup.
Set, set, set.
While Steve's second shot almost dunked in off the flagstick. So I needed to get this chip shot close to put the pressure on.
Oh, nice shot. Good ball.
But was it nice enough? The par putt.
Oh, you had it if you would have hit it.
Just wasn't meant to be. Leaving a birdie putt for the win. Make that a 2-putt win for the pro.
Sorry about that.
Hey,
that was good. Thank you very
You
much.
beat me.
You bet.
Yeah, you beat me.
I'm just happy that you didn't beat me as usual.
My dad raced cars when I was younger, and so my whole life I've been around race, and I've always loved it. I came out here when I was like 8 years old to watch him race on this track, so I mean I grew up around it.
For 19-year-old Gabe Tesh, the sound of a roaring engine is a comforting one.
When you get in that car and you have your suit and stuff and you're driving the track, everything goes away, like all the bad stuff in your life.
That's because Gabe's journey to the track had more twists and turns than anyone could imagine.
I was 11 years old when I had found out I had cancer, so I was so young, and I was honestly just confused and scared. I mean, it was such a big word for just a young kid.
It was a grade 3 cancerous tumor on the right side of his brain.
The neurologist said when he had his tumor removed that there's a good chance he may not be able to walk or talk when he gets done. You know, he could be, deaf or blind in his right eye.
48 weeks of chemo, hence the number 48 on the car. But the fight wasn't over yet.
I mean, it was hard because during cancer I missed all of middle school. I wasn't even going to school. And right when I come back to school, that happened, school shooting, and that really was tough.
It was another bump in the road, a detour really, one that wouldn't get in the way of being on the track.
He understands more than any of us the frailty of life. He understands that every single day counts.
This summer is Gabe's rookie season in the British Formula 4 National Championship, but he says he will be racing for a bigger reason.
Since I've been through cancer, I want to show kids that, that cancer just can't bring them down, that you can do anything you want and that you put your mind to.
Kayak football is similar to football but the medium you're playing in and on is water, and you're sitting in a kayak with a paddle in your hand. It's also competition. Some of us may have lost that gene a while back. No, it's back full time.
Strap up, grab a paddle, and let it fly. That's the motto created by Team River Runner Spokane, which brought together a group of veterans to do a little more than just play football.
To see people stepping out of their comfort zone, doing things and going places that they never thought they'd be able to experience because of either their emotional or their physical challenges.
From disabled vets to active duty, or even family of veterans who passed too soon, kayak football gets everyone's minds off the bad things.
It's like the warm comforter that you can put around yourselves and talk to each other. And again, you don't have to explain what you're going through because you know exactly what your brother or sister is going through.
It's not healing just for the wounded veterans, it's healing for everybody involved, and I'm still healing from his death, and it just makes me feel like he's still here. His spirit is still with us.
Sport brings us together during tough times, but kayak football, for these veterans, means a little bit more.
just having someone to lean on and someone that you're comfortable leaning on. You know, allowing others to be of service to you is just as important as being of service to them. And let people love on you, and everyone wins.
Noah Schmick, SWX.
The Washington State Cougars and Idaho Vandals both closed out their fall football camps with scrimmages today. Head coach Jake Dickert keeping an eye on things down in Pullman. And John Mateer and Zevi Eckhouse both battling for the starting QB spot. Early on, Mateer, he's going to find Trey Shackelford over the middle. No tackling today, so no real big plays. Now it's Eckhouse under center. He fires out to the right to a diving Chris Hudson, hauling it in for a good gain on the sideline. But if there was a final score tonight, the defense won the scrimmage. Eckhouse looking for the end zone, but Kenny Worthy makes a great play for an interception. Mateer was bit by the turnover bug too, going deep for Hudson. But watch this, the takeaway by Ethan O'Connor. Coach Dickert will name one of these two QBs his starter, but definitely wants them to take better care of the ball.
You know, both of them turned the ball over tonight, especially in the red zone. We've been emphasizing that. You know, so we'll kind of see what the tape says, but it's going to be a body of work all the way from the spring through now. We're going to make a really confident decision. I feel comfortable doing that, and those guys will lead our team to success.
To the Kibbe Dome, Vandal legend and 12-year NFL vet Mark Schlereth watching over the Vandal practice, and the young guys are making plays for him. Watch this pass. It's going to be over the middle and picked off by Cruz Hepburn. The pride of Lewiston High School makes a nice play as he tries to carve out a spot on the starting roster. We didn't see a ton of Vandal offensive players starting in this scrimmage, but quarterback Jack Lane made the most of his reps, connecting with Tony Harsty on the touchdown pass. More from Lane, but this time in the red zone. Watch him float this one up to Mark Camper in the corner for 6. Head coach Jason Eck knows fall camp can be a grind and says it's time to settle into a regular routine.
You know, now we get more to our in-season schedule where we're limited. You know, their lives the last 3 weeks have been, you know, football from, you know, 8 in the morning till 9 at night. So I think they're excited just to get into more of the routine of just the afternoon for, you know, 3-4 hours.
The Eastern Eagles will also hold their final scrimmage tomorrow, and we will have all the highlights up on our website, swxlocalsports.com. The Seattle Seahawks, they played the second of 3 preseason games tonight, and they were down in Nashville, Tennessee to play the Titans. Sam Howell, he started at quarterback for the Hawks, and he's going to find a familiar name in the corner of the end zone. Aesop Winston Jr., the former Wazoo Cougar, hauls in the only touchdown of the game for the Hawks, but it's the Titans winning this one by a point. The Hawks' final preseason game is in Seattle next weekend. Seattle Mariners are back to their struggling offensive ways, looking for more than the 5 hits they had yesterday against the Pirates in Game 1. Pittsburgh would be the first to score, but the Mariners find some life in the second inning. Victor Robles, an RBI single, but the bad news is that's as close as they would get. What a disaster losing a series to a team that was on a 10-game losing streak. They're looking to avoid the sweep tomorrow morning. Spokane Indians and Vancouver Canadians. Game 5 was live over on SWX, and the Indians were down 4-0 in the 6th until they exploded for 4 runs, including this Jose Cordova 2 RBI double off the wall. It would tie up the game, but the Canadians scored the go-ahead run in the 9th to win it. Same 2 teams tomorrow for the finale.
10 seconds. Anderson drives, goes up with the right, can't get it, but Holtz with the putback. Gives them a 5-point lead and a steal. Holtz doing it on both ends. And the Blues are going to foul as Jake Holtz may have just done the dagger there with the putback and then the steal.
As a defense, you start to get on your heels a little bit.
Munn's the motion man. He gets the quick pass, but he fumbles the ball. Kinsey picks it up, and Kinsey is gone. No one's going to catch him. All the way 46 yards for the touchdown. Gardia. Pass goes straight to Andrew Raymond, and Raymond slams it down for the Wildcats. Haberman comes out with 3 to his left and 1 to his right, and a running back in the backfield. Haberman steps up, throws, got a man. Touchdown, Mount Spokane. On the catch was Bodie Gardner, and that's a 19-yard touchdown play on 4th down. The Wildcats will strike first. Well, they're back into their original formation as Haberman hands it off to Ryan Borchers. Borchers going to squeak on through and in for the touchdown. Mount Spokane completes a 97-yard drive when they were backed up in their own end zone, and they get to the other side of the field for the touchdown.
Little extra motivation. Play against your former classmates and teammates.
Paradon, intercepted off the hands of the receiver, and Bodie Gardner is going to try and take this one to the house. Bodie Gardner does. Touchdown, Mount Spokane.